you guys booking some time. Well, from my understanding, you worked with Cody.
He was really good. He helped us a
liked
lot.
That's
So
that's good. What do you feel like was the main thing he helped you do, if any, or I guess your time in the program as a whole?
well, so we're old, right? And so I really respected his ability to really tap into a whole completely different stage of life, than I think most people he was helping. And because we already had good,
Fairly good, yeah.
yeah, we already had a healthy income infrastructure, and um the desire to save, and but we had trouble talking about money, and he just made it go away, didn't he, Keith?
Yeah, he did.
It was really cool.
That is
So,
amazing.
yeah.
And I know that takes some work from you too.
Yeah, there'd be tension anytime we talked about it, that we'd have tension. And then Keith had never really thought about financial management. He's always a good, uh, you know, good about, he's not an overspender and all that, but just had never really had any guidance or thought about it. So Cody just walked us through, and so it's been great ever since.
Yep.
Really got us over the hump. And Keith just retired this
Congratulations,
first week.
Thank you.
And we were able to do it. He was able to do it because we got a plan and stuck to it. And I wanted to just be able to tell you that we were really glad. I was really glad that I found you, and the solution. Your company and your program. We don't track our expenses as well as we should, and I think it's probably just because of the stage of life that we're in, or there's a little more leeway.
Yeah.
I mean, I have been times in my life where I was really structured about how much, but we don't. Part of why it works for us is that we don't stress too much about it. So I wanted to say thank you for one reason, but
Perfect.
also to just just meet
Well,
you.
we do, I don't know, to an extent, we kind of track it. We'll look, we'll think or kind of look at, maybe say the monthly credit card statement, because we pretty much pay everything with a credit card.
And that was one of the things we started doing from the program.
And that way we get miles and we get points and we get, all the different things. So we can, we look at it and say, well, okay, we ate out a little bit too much, or we spent too much at whatever. So we do still keep track of it. We just don't do it with the spreadsheets and and all that stuff. But
Yeah.
it's still in our mind that, hey, we still got to be careful, but prior to this, you know, especially me, I didn't care.
Mhm.
Hey, I got money left over, so I'm good.
He told me, how are we going to save? What was your words? Where are we going to get money to save? Because, we were kind of bumping heads. And then we were saving. Like, he just walked us through. He showed us. And it was made it so non-threatening. And now we do save. And
Thank
he
you
was
so much for
amazing.
telling me that. If that's the only thing we talk about, you've made my night. And more importantly, I know Cody will really appreciate it. So thank you, and I appreciate you taking some time to just get on a call and tell me that. And Keith, I love that it sounds like you. I mean, and it's great that we have a program, but what I love is what I'm hearing is that both of you made changes and decisions that have helped you get to your first week of retirement. It sounds like.
Oh yeah, we've been, and me especially more than her, but she's still been. But we've both been intentional as to what we manage, how we manage our money, how we spend it, how we track it, and how we were able to save. You know, uh, we got a whole lot more in savings than we would have thought, you know.
because of this.
Yeah, I say just because of it, because, you know, we still look at everything and we're still putting money aside in the savings. Uh, Even though we're probably, uh, getting close to an annual, you know, enough of savings as to have close to an annual, a year of annual saving,
Just in
annual
this,
salary,
yeah.
just in savings,
Touchdown. That's what I'm talking about. That's
you
awesome.
know, not just 6
Well,
months salary, but, you know, a full year.
it's more impressive because Keith and I got married in 2012. So, you know, this is our kids were grown, and so we you know, we were already on the, you know, closer to the retirement age, right? And so we've been able to really put away some debt
Oh,
and so,
it's
you know, for
yeah.
us it's even better because it's not like because that's just since 2012. You know, we
Well,
didn't have a good infrastructure when we got married. I mean, this was starting pretty raw
and
with debt. So,
and that's something else that with Cody and then showing us, you know, different steps and different things to do, you know, I mean, both our vehicles are paid for. The boat we have is paid for. Uh, the biggest expense, monthly expense we have is our house payment,
yeah, we're really trying hard to get to where we can
you
pay
know,
that off.
and yeah, we're working on maybe getting to a point to pay that off. But, you know, other than, you know, going through this, Cody kind of walked us through and showed us the program, and we were able to actually put it into practice and
Yeah.
get, you know, again, both vehicles paid off and all within
Funny story, because we're in Florida
Yeah.
and we're old, and he was so young, and I'm like, maybe that worked in our favor. I don't know, but so one of our first goals was a pole barn,
Yeah.
and I didn't know what a pole barn was because I'm not from Florida, and I could tell he didn't know what a pole barn was. So that night was hilarious that we wanted a pole barn. You know, like we actually they just paved we live on a dirt road, and everybody has pole barns, and I just think it's so country. But like we had to have one to fit in and to park the boat there, and so now we fit in, right? But it was hilarious. That was on one of our first goals, wasn't it? When we got paid off,
well,
the first thing we wanted to buy with cash was this pole barn.
well,
did
it
it.
was,
What's a pole barn? I've never even heard that word before.
I'm on retiring and the work you did. That's a huge accomplishment, and just that's so exciting. I'm really happy for you.
I just want you to know that he would not be retiring this comfortably if it hadn't been for your program. And I'm just being honest. We had debt. He didn't see it. We weren't saving at a level that was beneficial. And we we modified our living to where it fixed our income. And it honestly, I'm just telling you, Keith is retired with no worries because we listened to you guys, and you just got us out of our stuck spot. Honestly, thank you.
You're so welcome, and thank you for doing the work and trusting Cody and us to help you out and to help you get that pole barn. Would
We did
you
get it, by the way.
you did
Oh yeah, it was pretty fast.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like I said, we already had the intention, we had the income. You know, it's just us. We were empty nesters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So some of them, that big stuff that other people we were past that. So
Well, and it's
go ahead,
one
Keith.
of those things where, you know, I had been on my own for, I don't know, 6, 7 years. So, you know, I took care of my own finances, took care of everything. Uh, and I was kind of like I said earlier, you know, I put a little bit of money aside, but as long as I had money at the end of the month,
Even if it was $2, he's good.
I was doing good.
Keith, I
You
love it.
know? Uh,
He
so
had
then,
no vision for anything else, and you guys helped him see it.
so then we got married, and she was right. I didn't like to talk about money. I paid the bills. I took care of everything. And again, end of the month, we had money. We were good.
Yeah.
So then she, we talked, and then we got hooked up with Cody, and it's just
Because,
the world of difference.
we had to pay you guys for the advice. And he's like, oh, $100 for 2 years. Best money I ever spent.
Wow.
Telling
Wow.
ya. Because we could not talk about money. He was just too agitated. It freaked him out. He'd get super anxious. He just couldn't do it. And Cody just calmed it all down. It was like magic. So
I mean, I don't know what we could do or whatever, but I would
we will
highly
definitely recommend you. And I
recommend-
do.
Story already from what
know.
you shared on this call is really powerful. And I know there's other people where they're considering doing this, and just to hear what you've just said is really, really compelling because it's your honest experience. This was just a yearly review. How are you doing? And this is you just speaking from your heart.
Well, and like I was saying, it was 2 years ago, 3 years ago we started,
Yeah, I don't
a
know.
little over 3 years ago.
Yeah, about 3 years ago.
And at that time we had some in savings, but not a lot.
Didn't we put away like $40,000 in debt?
Yeah.
It was a lot.
And then, like I said, we paid off both vehicles, got a new pole barn, paid off the boat,
Mower.
paid off a lawnmower that we had, zero turn, expensive lawnmower. And
I've got the list here actually.
And in that 3-year time frame, still have been able to intentionally save, again, almost 1 year worth of salary.
And
Wow.
we're going on vacations.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because that's the other thing is, he taught us, listen, budget for your fun too. And so then when we go with a clear conscience, knowing it fits. So we have not felt deprived at all in the process.
Thank you for sharing your story. I remember just, because about 3 years ago, we've really grown a lot since then, but I was talking to Cody about y'all, and I remember him telling me, Keith and Irene, they kind of hit a turning point where this tension that was there has really started to go away. I don't know if you remember that moment where that was starting to happen, but he told me about it. He was so thrilled. He was just so excited for you, and he really cared, and I think you felt that
for young
as well.
people starting out. We're a classic example of, mature, middle-aged, empty nesters taking the time to be purposeful with our money, and it making a huge difference. So
wow. I know that from what you just said, there are going to be people who do this, and we will do everything we can to help them get the same benefits that y'all have gotten. They have to choose too, right? Y'all had to choose.
Right. It can do nothing but help. I mean, if they will apply the principles and follow them and stuff, then it do nothing but help and give them, I think, good financial peace of mind.
Amen. I mean, what else am I supposed to say to that, Keith and Irene? Y'all preaching. I just want to let you keep going.
Thanks again, and thanks for young people starting out.